I've got a real issue with you, but instead of talking to you, I'm going to go to someone else. Next on That's Not My God. Hey, thanks for joining me for another That's Not My God. I kind of feel like Jamie here in my car. I love his podcast. But no, actually, I'm out and about tonight and just kind of having an evening to myself. My wife's been putting in a lot of hours and I've been with the kids quite a bit, so I am going out and gonna find a Starbucks and just kick back. But isn't that true? Well, how about this? Have you ever seen this picture before? That's something, isn't it? Now, I've been a pastor for 20 years. That means in a church, either from freebie to part-time pay to a decent, okay, full-time pay. And I've seen a lot of things where this is the truth, that people are so close to each other. I remember having people saying, man, Pastor Bob, you're my hero, you're the best, you're the all of this stuff. And then within months, they start slinging accusations and backstabbing and all that stuff. Stuff that would make I don't know, I guess a weak person, a weak pastor quit or drop out of ministry, but also at the same time makes pastors that are staying in it more thick-skinned and able to deal with it. It never makes it easy. Let's put it that way. This happens in the business world. This happens in at any job that somebody backstabs you who you thought you were tight with. Well, it hurts. It stings. I don't know that it's ever the same after you find out about that incident, and so that's what I want to talk about, because there's a saying that goes like this. There's three sides to every story. I'm going to share another saying with you in a minute. There's three sides to every story: their story, your story, and the true story. And I don't know what it is about people in churches, and I'm going to go specifically at churches, that make them want to go on a power trip and want to spread things and talk about people and other people in the church or other families in the church, or the pastor. Pastor got a new iPad. That means where's he getting that from? And it's crazy, the world that we live in, especially in the Christian realm. And so they start slinging stuff around. And I've been in this situation before where a pastor I worked for, he ended up leaving, having to leave, and I had nothing to do with that. And he started slinging stuff all over the place about my wife and me specifically. And I refused to say anything about him. I realized that, you know what, this guy's still a human. He's a dad of a teenager, and I'm not gonna belittle him in front of other people. And eventually it comes out, but there's that side of it as well. Like there's his side, there would have been my side, because it's like a documentary. They're gonna always tint it a little bit towards what they would like it to be. And then there's the true story. Now here's what I've come to figure out, and hopefully this can be a good life lesson for you if you don't know this already. Integrity needs no defense. Okay? Do you follow that saying? Integrity needs no defense. In other words, if you have done nothing wrong, there is no need to email back. There's no need to confront the person. They've done the unbiblical thing. They've decided to, hey, you know what? I don't like how they're doing it at the church. I don't like how this friend's acting. I think they post too many vacation pictures on Facebook, so they spread crap about you. Here's the deal. If you go after them and get on their level, well, the book of Proverbs has a lot to say about that. You look like just as much a fool as they do if you start doing that stuff. Integrity needs no defense. Here's what I've discovered. I've worked with staff, and I've had people like this before where they will blast me in an email. Again, like I've said before, they're way more bold behind a keyboard than in person. So they'll blast me and they'll say things, and then when you confront them, you get into this match. You start going back and forth, and that doesn't accomplish anything. When you realize that your integrity needs no defense, you don't reply. You don't go to their level. You let it ride. And here's what I've discovered. They implode. The same traits that they displayed with you, it's going to happen again and again and again. It's like a person that gets divorced and remarries over and over and over again. It happens. Hey, divorce happens. I'm not justifying it, but it does happen. But the ones that over and over and over again, it's usually the same reason, okay? Or they end up getting back what they dished out. And so if you don't reply, they implode. Oh, you're going to get plenty of more emails and more notes and more nasty things sent to you or told about you. But eventually it stops and people start realizing who the real person with the issue is, and it's not you. If you remember one thing, integrity needs no defense. If you operate in integrity, holiness, there's no need to defend yourself because God's got your back.